Hi, today I want to show you this portable gas stove, and this stove is rated at 9000 BTU. So first, before I get to the stove itself, you have 4 of these butane fuel barrels, which is definitely good for start. And now coming back to the stove itself, it comes in this carry-on case. Now this is a plastic case, but it does the job, especially that the stove is actually very light. When you open the case, first you have the instructions, and in this situation, since we're working with butane gas, I would definitely suggest to read it carefully. Now this stove looks pretty simple, and the color I got is this black color. There is also other color option too, and as you can see, there is the gas part of the stove, or burner if you will, and it even has the igniting or lighting spark, which is definitely a plus. And additionally, you have this metal grill if you will, obviously to put some small pads on it and etc. So to put this butane barrel is very easy, obviously do it according to the instructions, and then you have this simple lock mechanism. So once the barrel is positioned properly, you just push it down to lock the barrel, and then this fuel barrel shouldn't have any movement at all. And when the butane fuel container is installed, I guess it's better to close this little cover. So then you have the gas regulating knob, and then when you turn it left all the way to the bottom, you actually push it a little bit harder, and that will auto light the burner. And you can also adjust the power of the flame with the knob, just like you would do in normal stove. So using this portable gas stove is very easy, it is super convenient, and the fact that you can just bring it anywhere, it's definitely a big plus for camping. And with the 4 butane fuel barrels included, I actually think the price for it is really good too. This foot massage machine I bought for my wife, and this machine has the heat function as well. So first, when you open the box, you have the instructions. Next, you have this fully functional little remote controller, and this controller has already pre-installed 3-volt battery. Then you have the wall power brick with pretty long wire, and of course this shiatsu massager itself. Now first, looking at this machine where the feet's supposed to go, you have this moisture absorbing silica pads, so the foot places where you put your feet are pretty large. My wife has relatively small feet, but there is definitely some room left, and the fabric on this compartment is zipped, so you can remove it if it needs to be washed, and there is some velcro strap to put it back to the place proper way. Now in front of the machine you have the control panel. So first you have the power button in the middle, then you have the kneading modes, and you can adjust it from low to medium and then finally high. And of course, if you adjust it to high mode, the massaging will be faster. Then on the right side, you have the air compression, and that's pretty much for the front of your foot mostly. And similar situation in here, you have 3 modes, which is low, medium and high. My wife usually likes it on medium setting, but of course it will depend on your personal preference. Now there is also 2 more functions on this machine. A little bit to the left you have the heat mode. Now this heat mode is not adjustable, so pretty much you can put it on and off, and it doesn't really produce ton of heat, but it definitely makes the feet warmer. And then finally you have the timer button, so you can switch the timer between 15 minutes and 30. Of course, even when the 30 minutes session is done, you can put this machine on and start over again. Now the best thing about this machine is that you can use the settings separately. So for example, you can just use foot compression without the kneading massage, or use the massager only without the foot compression. Obviously you can use them both together too. And same thing with the heater, you can use it with any function. And of course you can switch all the settings on the remote controller too. So this is a really great machine. It definitely provides a nice massage. It's really awesome when you come from work and you want to relax your feet, or perhaps when the feet are tired or you have some little pain. And I'm definitely happy I bought it for my wife because she seems to enjoy it too. And I think because this machine is good quality and with all the functions on it, the price is good too. This Invicta men's iForce watch, and this is analog display switch quartz watch. So the watch comes in this nice yet standard Invicta box, and when you open the box, first you have the little instructions, and then the watch itself. I actually really like how this watch looks. I think this gold color combo with the blue face of the watch and the black band works pretty good together, and this watch seems to be good quality too. So before I go to the face of the watch, the band is mostly made from some silicone rubber, but then it has these 2 little golden accents, one on each side of the band, plus the metal clamp. And speaking about the band, by the way, I have relatively large wrist, and this watch fits me nicely without any problem, and there is even few size adjustment holes left. Now the ring around the face of the watch is obviously gold color, and same thing with the sides. Of course there is this Invicta logo on the left side, and then you have the crown and the 2 buttons on the right side. Now the time arrows, if you will, have nice contrast compared to the blue background. And to adjust the time, by the way, you pull out the crown slightly and then adjust the watch to the proper time. Then you have these three smaller sub-dials. So the first small dial on the right side is the 24 hours time. Then the dial on the bottom can measure the seconds. So you can go in normal speed, just counting the seconds until a minute. Or when the crown is pulled, you can hold this button on the bottom and it will go in full rotation, counting only 1 second each time. It can also go in reverse. And then you have the third dial. So the third dial, the one on the left, works actually together with the dial on the bottom. And when the small dial on the bottom goes fast and counts only each second per rotation, then the dial on the left will count the seconds until 1 minute. Or when the bottom dial goes in the regular speed, it will count minutes up to 1 hour. Also, by the way, this watch is water resistant for up to 100 meters. So overall, this is a really nice looking watch, I think. I definitely like this nice contrast on the face of the watch. And because the quality seems to be good, especially for that price, that makes it a good buy too. And it could be a great gift.